Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Romans, which I admire a lot, that goes without saying, and the ancient Greeks, obviously, and the key word is ancient, had this idea, I'm talking about the Romans, the idea of Imperium. Imperium, that is the authority to rule, militarily and politically. So you were awarded the Imperium, or you would just grab it and get it because you were big fucking bold and you got it. So you had the Imperium, the authority, if you had it by your balls or by the authority of the Senate or the authority of the people in a democratic system. So if we bring back that notion to our weasel times, you have the Imperium, the authority to rule, given by the people, and you have it given by the majority. But what happens when the Imperium that you used to have through the elections or appointments or whatever authority drops to 6%? Do you still have the Imperium? I know you don't. So it's time for you to harakiri or seppuku or get the fuck out of the office. Okay, that is the situation that occurs in my beloved country of Nihon, Japan. We have here a prime minister, unbelievable, only in the so-called democratic countries, has 6%, this prime minister, Fumio Kishida. So, I'm having this article from Sputnik, and their title is Only 6% of the Japanese citizens believe Fumio Kishida suitable for prime minister. That's a poll. Here is the poor guy. Right, here's the guy like, what, me? No, hey, hello. That's how it looks like. Obviously they took the picture, they put the right picture for the right weasel. So Tokyo, only 6% of Japanese believe Prime Minister Fumio Kishida is suitable for the position of Prime Minister, right? If I can get this to work. Yes, okay. So the survey showed that Kishida's predecessor, Yoshihide Suga, received 7% of the public's favor in October 2022. What does that tell you? That these guys are real good at faking it. You know, when you, I'm having an orgasm. Fucking liar. Anyway, this is what these guys are. Oh, yes, I'm good. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do this for you. Look at me, man. Look how suave I am. I don't think they are, but anyway. And they get the approval of the masses. I don't know. Anyway, so they got the approval, and in about, 3 months, they drop from 51 at least to bang, 6%. What does they tell you? They are fake, phony fuckers. That's what they are. Unbelievable, Japan. You love democracy. You want your daimyos again? You want Toranaga again? Or Tokugawa? Or who do you want? Yoshioka? Nah. Or you wanted, what's his name? Meiji Restoration. And the Meiji Restoration got you the democratic values. Now you have it. A weasel that was had 7%. In October 2021, Kishida succeeded Suga, who stepped down after just 1 year in office amid record low public approval ratings over the government's inefficient handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and slow vaccination. Yeah, we're gonna give you something and that's gonna work. Rates linked to limited supply of foreign drugs. Another TPS poll showed that support rate for Kishida's cabinet dropped to 34.2% in December, while the disapproval rating rose to the record 61.9. call it 62%. Kishida's government has been under fire from both voters over rising inflation and not enough action on cutting ties with the contentious South Korea sect that forced his economy minister to step down. Yeah, that's the sect. I'm pretty much just as the problem with the sect. Well, anyway, up to 77% of Japanese believe that the responsibility for the failed government personnel policy lies with Kishida, according to the survey. Well, that's democracy for you. Okay, so that is the process you have to work with. I have a soft spot for Japan, and I have a soft spot for Japanese people. And anyway, I can't tell you much more, but I like their history, I like their culture, I like their society, I like the people, but unfortunately they were injected with this, I don't want to call them Western values, with this kind of weasel system whereby they elect their officials, and the officials are just weasels. Maybe is my romanticized view of the Japan, the medieval Japan, that had its flaws, many flaws, but at least since I'm a person of truth and I don't know, how do you call that, reality. I don't like fake things. So if you're an asshole, just say you're an asshole. If you're a good person, you don't have to say you're a good person. Your deeds will work for you. So nowadays in Japan is the same thing as here, where you have to pretend. You have to pretend you're something else just to get elected. It's a popularity contest for the election time, and after that you can be whatever you want. So how is this guy with 6% approval rating allowed to rule or to be in charge? He doesn't have the Imperium anymore, does he? I mean, if you're not popular, that means people don't support you. That means maybe you have done something really bad. And if you can't do it right, give someone else the opportunity to do it right. The problem is, I don't think it's the persons that we're talking about here, Kishida or this and that. I think it's a system. It's a system that allows these guys who might be good intended come over and say, I'm going to do right, I'm going to help, I'm going to do this. And when they get in that position, they find a system where they cannot really implement their promises and their really maybe, I don't know, ideals. That happens in the United States as well. And how do you know that? Look at the US presidents or senators, what promises they make before they get elected, and see how many of those promises are fulfilled once they get to be elected. And it's not because necessarily they were weasels, but when they show up over there, they are presented a reality, a different reality, and they're presented with roadblocks and say, yeah, you want that? This is roadblocks. You can't go past that. And then, oh, yeah, why not? Well, just try. And again, you want to go that way, another roadblock. And you ask, hey, I want to go that way because I promise I'm. And they say, yeah, go ahead, try. You know. And after a few attempts, you realize that you are boxed in certain kind of policies and behaviors and actions and policies that you are not aware before you get over there. And we definitely were not aware. We have to figure things out. And those weasels who get in power rarely tell us, hey, you know what? I did this and those guys blocked me. I did this and those guys blocked me. I did this and I'm having a heart attack or I have a little stroke and gone. So maybe that's why they don't let us know. What do you think? I feel sorry for Japan, but the same with Biden. Biden has approval rating on 30 something, and he's still the president. Putin has what? 80 something, and he's a dictator. How is that possible? Because they're lying or something, or the Russians. You can't say all the Russians are bad or something. I mean, if you say that, it turns you into a, you can't say that. I mean, you can, but I will not accept it, because you say, well, then all the black people can play basketball, and then you say, all right, so the same here. Anyway, I mean, if we use a logic here, we use the same logic in the same circumstances, just change names. Anyway, you try to talk about consistency with these guys. I don't know, man. We're going down. But at least we try. We try to stop the process, or at least slow it down. Like you're going in a nose dive with your airplane, and you are the pilot, and you get to a critical position where, after which you can't get the plane back. The acceleration and all the angle and all that, the frictions will not allow you to go back. You gotta go down, and I think we passed that critical point where you can still go, but you have to start now. And unfortunately, the forces are keep fighting. And thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.